Okay, so we got JR from Bad Influence here. So we're gonna start off. Can you just tell us where JR come from, the name come from, and where Bad Influence come from?
Pretty much, I'm a junior. You know what I'm saying? So it went from junior, because everybody would say my first name, and me and my dad both would answer, and then I went from Lenny to junior. You know what I'm saying? To JR. And then I was in the booth one time, you know, spitting some shit. Somebody was like, "Dude, it's just ruthless." So it went from JR to just ruthless, but people just call me JR. So that's pretty much where JR came from.
Okay, and so Bad Influence.
Bad Influence actually started with, it had nothing to do with music whatsoever. When I was a little kid, people pretty much, their parents did not want me around them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was the hyper one. I was the one, let's do this, let's do that, fucking kicking kids off monkey bars and stuff. So nobody wanted me around their kids, and everybody called me a bad influence. So everybody just kind of like, it just stuck with me. The name Bad Influence stuck with me. So when I started doing music, it just made sense to, you know what I'm saying, name me and try and build a brand as Bad Influence, and plus it catches the eye when you hear or see something like this say Bad Influence. So that's pretty much how that came about.
Okay, that's what's up. Good history. Yeah. So how long have you been doing music?
It's been about 5 years now. I just like really started taking it serious in and out. My first year or two, I took it super serious. That's when I did the Mr. Bad Influence, and came out with the Rep Cap City with Lavish, Lil Soldier, D Will, Ahmad, and Mike B. Did the video, and that's what really, you know what I'm saying, brought a lot of attention to me or whatever like that, and I took that, ran with it, and then after that it kind of died down for like a month or two. Nobody wanted nothing to do with me until Big Perm put me on the State of the Union showcase, and once they seen me perform at the State of the Union showcase, you know, that got a lot of attention, and ever since then I've just been running like a motherfucking athlete. So that's pretty much how it's been so far.
Yeah, speaking of running, like, you know, you bring a lot of energy to the stage, and like me, like I'm big on, like when I go to a show, you know, it's one thing to hear somebody's music, then when you go to a show, you know, you don't want to just go and hear the music, you want to see something different. But like, you know, I say like, you know, out of the city or just, you know, performance I've seen, period, you always put on like a great performance. Like, how do you, like, where did that come from? Like,
thank you. Actually, you know what? The first time I ever performed was at the State of the Union, and I was watching people perform and shit like that, and they pretty much went up there and they just said their lyrics. They might have pointed at a few people, this and that, but to be completely honest, it was almost like when you get into a fight and you black out, bro. I just went ham. You know what I'm saying? My music's already like real hype and everything like that. So when I got up on stage and started going, it just clicked in. So I can't really tell you exactly where that came from, but I just went ape shit, and the crowd went fucking nuts. And ever since then, I get on stage and go crazy. You know what I'm saying? So it's not nothing that I came up with or was like, hey, I'm gonna go crazy and do this and some kind of tactic. It was just, basically, it was just me being me, and it works. So that's, you know what I'm saying, it didn't come from nowhere, it came from me, you know what I'm saying? So it wasn't no tactic or nothing.
So, yeah. All right, so Bad Influence, so how many artists do you have under the Bad Influence umbrella, or, you know, affiliates, or have you
Right. I mean, really, Bad Influence fucked with a lot of different other teams too, you know what I'm saying? We fuck with Team Invasion Tough. We fuck with Roach Records Tough. We fuck with Terminally Skilled Tough. We fuck with all of them tough as hell, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to all of them. But right now, I'm Bad Influence when it comes to artist-wise. You know what I'm saying? We got Squints, we got Wizza, we got Callie and Mike B, which Callie and Mike B actually just forged a group called PPG that is basically under Bad Influence, and they're going to be putting out a mixtape soon, so make sure you be watching out for that. We got Eddie J Don't Play. You know, he's on Bad Influence. He also messes with a whole bunch of other teams too, Team Invasion, stuff like that, but he is Bad Influence. We got Trax is on Bad Influence. He's killing them, you know what I'm saying? Young Primo is actually on like a joint venture with us. He still does his GED thing, but he, you know what I'm saying, is pretty much with Bad Influence too. We fuck with him tough, you know what I'm saying? Like almost a Cash Money Young Nigga type thing. Like, we both got each other's back, you know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of different artists under Bad Influence and shit like that. And then we also got, you know, people that ain't artists, you know, like J Bunny, you know what I'm saying? J Bunny's actually a dancer. a professional dancer at that. You know, she teaches dance, stuff like that. She's on Bad Influence and stuff like that. So if y'all need a girl to dance in your video, not no slutty shit either, you know what I'm saying? Professional dancer, holler at me, I got you. But, you know, we got street team members. Shout out to Sarah. Shout out to Rock. You know what I'm saying? So it's not just like artists. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got a team of people. We even got managers. You know what I'm saying? Just promo people, whatever. Like, it's not just people doing music. It's not nothing like that. We're actually trying to build a brand, you know? Like, it's not just music. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it was just music, it wouldn't go nowhere. We're trying to take this and go all avenues, start clothing lines and everything. But as of right now, that's who I have on my team. That's who I'm sticking with. And I'm looking at 2 more artists, but besides that, we're not even sure if we're even going to do that because we're comfortable with what we have.
Okay, that's what's up. Let's see. So, how would you describe your style of music?
Hood neck. Nah, I mean, pretty much, it's basically. There's no way I wouldn't put it in no category or any kind of genre like that. I guess obviously rap or hip hop. But I mean, if you actually, the people that paid attention to my music, if you look at my first, you know, CD, Mr. Bad Influence, you're gonna hear a lot of, you know, hustle shit. You know what I'm saying? Gotta get rich, trap type beats, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And that's just because that's what I was going through in that certain period of my life. You're gonna hear nothing but my life or party music, you know what I'm saying? I make good party music, I make stuff that people can dance to, but pretty much it's just my life. Like, as you guys can see now, I've switched it up a lot, you know, with the both sides of the track that I just came out with, talking about, you know, going mud bogging and everything like that. I'm going back to my roots. I grew up north, you know, for a little while and then moved to the city, so pretty much you're not gonna be able to put me in any genre. You're just gonna be able to put me in where I'm at in life. And that's where my music is going to be, is where I'm at in life. I don't want to put it in a genre or put it or describe it in any type of way. You know what I'm saying? You're going to get what I'm going through. That's what my music is.
Cool. That's what's up. If you don't mind, what are some of the artists you work with and some of the artists that you would want to work with, obviously outside of you know, your camp?
I've worked with Bobby Knuckles a lot. He's from Roach Records. Fuck with Bobby Knuckles tough. What's up, Bobby? You know what I'm saying? Let's see, Terminally Skilled. I mentioned them too. I fucked with Terminally Skilled tough, you know what I'm saying? I did a song with Blake Wilson. I fucked with AJ for show. Shit. Everybody pretty much from the Roach. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with a lot of them from the Roach. Doug, Jack. There's a bunch of them, dude. Nova's a beast, yo. I really like that's one person I really like to get on a track with. Me and him, we vibe really good together. We haven't done a track yet. I'd love to get on a track with, you know, with him. You know what I'm saying? Me and 16 the Icon just did a track called Under the Influence. Make sure y'all check that out. I'm sure he'll be dropping that soon. Or I think it already is on YouTube, actually, to be honest with you. But that's a banger right there. And some artists that I'm really looking forward, actually, to getting on a track with right now is probably Drake. He hit me up. I'm looking forward to that one. I think that would be a banger. Ozzy Brasco sent me a track. I already wrote the verse. I just gotta go get in there and record that. And then Nova, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to like dancing artists and stuff like that, that's who I'm really looking forward to. Detroit, Cheesy the Champ, me and him are gonna get into something, you know what I'm saying, something hot. Schizo, he hit me up, me and him are gonna get into one, so I'm looking forward to that too. But to actually be able to sit here and name off everybody is just, we'd be here for 10 minutes because I got people hitting me up left and right to do tracks. So I mean, I look forward to working with anybody, you know what I'm saying. So holler at me, you know what I'm saying, or actually holler at John Real, get a hold of him, we'll set something up.
Okay. What shows or projects do you guys have have coming up or have in store for the people?
Right now is May 9th. We got the Evolution, and then that's actually PBG show. PBG will be on that. I'll be in the building, you know. And then May 15th, we got the 1 year anniversary for the Team Invasion shows. I'm jumping on that, and we actually got a lot of shows set up for next month too. But I can't really tell you too much about those yet because the paperwork ain't came back yet, but they are big.
Okay.
So make sure y'all stay tuned.
Cool. Okay. I know you just named off those shows. Some of the first ones you didn't give like the location. So if you don't mind just going through them real quick. Just saying what it is in the location.
Yeah. May 9th, the Evolution will be at the Avenue. Where's the other one at? I believe the other one is at the Avenue or Max Bar, to be honest with you. Yeah, I believe they're both at the Avenue or Max Bar. I got so many shows. See, that's why you have a manager, is because the manager just tells you where to go and you just show up.
Okay.
But yeah, that one is going to be at the Avenue. The 15th will be at the Avenue for the Invasion. The Evolution will be at Max Bar. The one with Keeb is going to be in Jackson at the US Bar, and then the other two will be at the Fahrenheit.
Okay. That's what's up. What does the word, when you hear the word "pay it forward," what does that mean? Let the people know something about that.
The pay it forward was actually, you know, I just wanted to do something, like do something. You know what I'm saying? Like basically, you can't bitch about the fucking president if you don't go vote. So, you know, we live in a city right now where this generation is going crazy. People are homeless. People are in bad situations all the time, left and right. You're hearing about people being in some kind of tragic event or going through something tragic, and everybody's complaining and bitching about it, but I don't see no action behind any of that complaining or bitching. So basically, I like to be able to speak on what's going on in my city and be, you know, hey, this is wrong and da-da-da-da, but I don't have the right to say anything about this city and anything being wrong with it if I don't put some kind of action behind it. So that's why I started to pay it forward, so I can say, hey, look, this is what's wrong with it, you know what I'm saying? And another thing is I'm sick of you motherfuckers talking about I'm putting Lansing on my back, oh, you know, I'm holding it down for Lansing, I put on for Lansing. Just because you put a fucking mixtape out and sell a little bit of weed don't mean you're putting on for Lansing. You want to put on for Lansing? Why don't you throw a fundraiser that helps somebody put money in their pocket so they can get a house when their house is burned down? Or how about when their house gets full of mold and they lose everything? Do that for Lansing. Or how about when the Boys and Girls Clubs need basketballs and footballs? Why don't you do a fundraiser? Help them out. Do something like that. Why don't you do a damn food drive? Help the VLA out. Something like that. That's putting on for Lansing. Selling some drugs and doing a mixtape and putting out a bunch of music that only benefits yourself is not putting on for Lansing. So that's what pay it forward means to me.
Or respect that. That's really the get right there. You know, somebody gotta say it, somebody gotta hear it. You know, I'm glad you said it. You know,
yes, sir.
But your actions go with it.
Yeah, actions speak a lot louder than words.
Right. Okay, so you know, we know you from you know, as JR. We know you BadInfluence. But tell us something about Expressions. You know.
Expressions.
Yeah.
Expressions is actually Expressions BodyArt Studio,
okay,
which we are inside of right now.
Okay.
It's actually a tattoo shop owned by Chino and his wife Shelly. I actually met Chino at a show. My promoter John Rail, you know, my manager now, had a show, and you know, got a hold of Chino and was like, hey, we're doing a show, why don't you come out and give away some you know, tattoos, whatever, this and that, you know, get your name out there a little bit more. And he was like, yeah, I'm with it, you know what I'm saying? Came out to the show and heard my music before he came out to the show, wanted to meet me, but that night I was backstage a lot busy. I was actually helping with the promoter, so I didn't get a chance to meet him, but he gave John a gift certificate for a $100 free tattoo for me. Came up here, met Chino, got my tattoo, and pretty much me and him just clicked, and we just been like fucking brothers, you know, ever since. And you know what I'm saying, now it's family, you know what I'm saying? Like Chino, Shelly, his kid Hummer, Randy, all of them, everybody, they're just family, you know what I'm saying? And now I actually work here, doing an apprenticeship with them. I do my custom apparel out of here, and you know what I'm saying, it is what it is. It went from a friendship to a family, and Expressions to me means love, you know what I'm saying? It means family. That's my people.
Okay, so y'all hear that? You guys need that apparel, you know, tattoos, y'all know where to go. You got an address that you know the address of art?
4716 North Grand River. We're actually right past the airport, across the street from Eagles. You can see the big sign outside that says tattoos. It's Expressions BodyArt Studio. Come up here, you know, get a tattoo, get some custom apparel. We also do flyer work, CD covers, pretty much anything you need done. We're a one-stop shop for you, so come on up, you know what I'm saying? Chino's in here if you got a bad tattoo, cover up king, make you, you know, walking out looking right. So make sure y'all come check us out up here.
Okay. So like I noticed, I follow like a lot of artists and see like what they do or what they put in their music. Obviously you put a lot in your music. One thing I noticed about you too, you put like a lot and like invest in yourself. Like when I'm at the shows and I see you, you like one of the only people sometimes with a booth with like your merch and stuff. And I wonder why like every artist don't do it. Can you tell like like why do you think it's important to invest in yourself?
I mean, put it this way: if you you go buy a car and you want to get into racing, you ain't just gonna buy a car and go hit that line and race every single car you see and never put anything into your car. You're gonna go buy a new transmission, you're gonna go buy a new motor, and you're gonna build that car up to be the best car possible. So when you get up to that line, you have a fighting fucking chance to beat that guy next to you. So I look at it the same way. You have to invest in yourself. If I want to be better than the next person, or be a competition to these other rappers out here, I gotta build that. I gotta build that brand, and I want to put this brand in their face as much as possible. And an A&R once told me, you have to do what a label would already do for you, so, and that's what a label will do for you. They're going to give you merch, they're going to, do these things and, put that money behind you. And I mean, obviously I don't have millions of dollars to put behind me, but I'm willing to take some thousands and throw some merch out there and, do everything a label would do for me. So when the label see me doing everything a label would already do, maybe they'll be like, fuck it, let's put some real money behind this guy and let's really see what he can do. So that's pretty much why I go that route, You have to build your brand. You have to. Flat out, You can go to a show all day, and if the guy comes up to you and says, hey, I like your music, I seen you on stage, you got a CD, he's probably never even going to look you up, nothing. You're just lost to fame. You know what I'm saying? So if you have that merch, you have them CDs there, you're going to gain way more fans than you would if you didn't. So, it's all networking. Okay.
So any advice to any like new up and coming artists or any artists that's already here trying to go to the like next level, get to where you had to go, any advice you would give them?
Work hard, be persistent, fucking pay attention to what every other artist is doing that you see that you want to do. Pay attention to that, and not even just pay attention, but ask questions. I was never scared to walk up to another artist and be like, yo, what made you come up with that? How did you do that? Where did you get this and that? When I seen Big Perm doing things, I'd walk up to Big Perm, yo, holler at me. How'd you do this? How'd you do that? Be humble, you know what I'm saying? And just never, ever, ever stop working. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the biggest thing. Nowadays, look at Fetty Wap, that one guy, that fucking Trap Queen song. If you really listen to that song, he says the same thing in the hook that he does in the verse, and then the second verse is the same damn verse as the first verse. It's just a catchy song and a catchy hook, but you want to know what? I bet you he worked his fucking ass off. So really nowadays, it's not even about musical content or nothing. It's all about work ethic. So as long as you're working harder than the next man, you're going to go far. So basically, that's all I can say is work, you know what I'm saying? Don't ever hate on nobody else. If you see somebody doing better than you, work harder than them. Don't hate, work harder.
So where can the people find you at?
Well, they changed my name on Facebook, you motherfuckers. You motherfuckers, you gave my government name out. But now I'm on Facebook now as Leonard McDonald. They got me on there as Leonard McDonald. I think it still pops up if you put in JR BadInfluence. But you can find me on Instagram too, JR, aka BadInfluence, or you can find me on Twitter, JR BadInfluence1. My YouTube is JR MUZIK or JR BadInfluence, all capitals. And then you can also find me up here at Expressions on Grand River. So yeah, that's about it. And I don't run none of them sites, so if you inbox me besides my Facebook and I don't respond back, don't get butthurt because I don't run them sites. I have somebody running for me.
So anything that you would like like to add that we didn't cover, we might overlook?
I think you pretty much covered everything, bro. I really appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you for sure. But shout out to Roach Records. You know what I'm saying? I see them doing their thing. Shout out to Terminally Skilled. Shout out to CEP. Shout out to Lionheart. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Expressions. What up, Chino? What up, Bubba? Max? All y'all. What's good? Shout out to Fahrenheit. Make sure y'all come out May 22nd. Jelly Roll, Little White. Make sure y'all come out May 31st. E40, Stevie Stone. We also got the BadInfluence mixtape about to drop very soon. I got a video coming up this month that I'm about to be dropping. Make sure y'all check that out. PBG will also be dropping their mixtape coming up pretty soon. Make sure y'all look out for that. Also in June 27th, Trax will be dropping his first mixtape and video. Make sure y'all come out to that. It'll be a little release party at the Avenue. So June 27th at the Avenue, Trax will be releasing his new shit. And I got a sneak preview of that shit, and it is bonkers. Like, it is bonkers. That dude is amazing. So please make sure you check that out and just keep watching, man. We got a lot of things in the making right now, a lot of things. We actually got some upcoming stuff that I'm not allowed to speak on right now, but we actually got some big shit going on this summer with some concerts that we're not throwing, but I'm going to be on. So just please make sure you pay attention to Facebook, because some of the announcements that are going to come up are going to blow your mind.